in my circle? Who the one who be the snakes? Who gon' fold up under pressure? Who gon' understand the stakes? Who gon' wait to get their food to try to take from off my plate? Who the love? Who gon' understand I'm hurt? Who gon' love me unconditionally and try to make it work? Who gon' party once I'm gone and shed a tear once I'm in dirt? I ain't asking for too much, I'm trying to understand my worth.
Welcome to the next episode of Give Me My Crown Podcast.
Give Me My Crown Podcast.
We back at y'all with another episode of the Give Me My Crown Podcast. And as we said, we will follow back up after the NCAA championship, which went kind of unexpected. I think we both either picked, I picked Miami as my number, or not Miami, I picked Indiana as my number one to win, and then Ohio State as my number two. I think you also had Indiana and Ohio State in there also.
I did.
But some of the other games went kind of a little unexpected, to say the least.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm going to say for me, first of all, I did not expect Miami to make it that far. I did not expect Miami to beat Ohio State.
I was happy for Miami, though. I feel like Miami really showed up. Like,
yes.
My question is the U back?
Oh, that's a tough question because you got to think this year now they're going to have to start all over. So
That's true.
They're going to get a new quarterback. Mark Fletcher, I'm not sure if he's leaving or not. But you had Malachi Tony who had a good season.
Yes.
So he really showed up in that game also. Defense is good. I'm not sure how many players are losing on defense, but defense is pretty good. So I think it's going to be interesting with them next year. And as far as Indiana's losing a lot of players. So, I mean, they won this year out of the transfer portal essentially. So the question is, can they do it again? Is my question.
So you lost your backup quarterback.
Correct.
Mendoza, the little Mendoza, he's transferring out.
Yep.
First of all, shout out to Indiana. Shout out to win the national championship. One asterisk I think we have to put out there. That team was built to win, though.
Oh, yeah.
That was a team of grown men.
Oh, yeah, hands down. Because their average age was what, 23, 24, something like that?
23 years old, average age, yep.
Yeah, so I think we're going to see a lot more of that now because you have, essentially teams are building teams from the transfer portal.
Speaking of that, my question to you is this going to be one of the weakest NFL drafts we've seen by so many players coming back for NIL money?
I think so because I think this is probably going to be one of the weakest quarterback classes we have seen. Last year's quarterback class wasn't too strong either, but this one, because me personally, so I feel like Fernando Mendoza, I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback. He played great in college. I just don't know if he's an NFL quarterback. I don't know. It's hard to tell because you have a lot of these quarterbacks that are great in college and their game doesn't transfer to the NFL.
I feel like so many players I thought was coming out are now staying in college.
Yes.
It's like I'm looking at it now, I'm like, okay, all right, next year's draft class might be great, but not this one.
I feel like next year's draft class is going to be stacked, especially with quarterbacks.
Yep.
Because next year you're going to have Sellers from South Carolina. You're going to have Arch. You're going to have DJ Lagway. You're going to have Oregon's quarterback. Like, you're going to have so many players.
Which Oregon quarterback?
I think Moore is going to be the starter.
I was just saying because they got two now.
Speaking of that, like I said, that is an interesting situation. I don't know if Dylan Raiola expected Moore to come back before he made that decision.
None of us did. I didn't expect it either.
No, because I don't know if a quarterback transferring in is going to take over your current starting quarterback who essentially got you to the game before the national championship.
And he had a great year.
Yes. Also, their competition was a little shaky.
That's true. They don't play nobody.
But he did have a good season. I do think the semifinal he just fell apart. But I don't know if that's attributed to him just playing horribly or if Indiana's defense was just that good, because Indiana's defense was ridiculous.
Well, okay, go back to the regular season. Like when they played teams that were up to the same caliber as them, they lost.
That's true.
So he played how he played all year.
That's true. Who do you feel like is going to be the starter?
I didn't see enough in Dylan Raiola to think he's going to overtake him. So I think it's going to be more.
That makes sense. I think, and it does give him a year to kind of learn the system, but then it kind of brings up the question: you're a starter for what? 2 years? I think 2 years.
Yeah.
You transfer, or is it 3 years? I think it's 2 years.
2
You
years.
transfer to another system or to another school. Now you're a backup. Does he sit behind him this year, then come out as a starter the following year, or does he sit behind him as a starter and then transfer out, or does he has he already signed his actual letter of commitment, or can he back out? Is the question.
I don't know. Like with NIL money, man, now things are different.
Yes.
Like if I can sit on the bench and still make a cool $1 million, I'm gonna sit on the bench and then take over next year.
I mean, and thinking about it, he probably could because they're sponsored by Nike. Nike's CEO has came out and said he's willing to pay the price to win a championship, and he wants to win a championship.
Correct.
Obviously, we know the 2 quarterback system doesn't really work, so you have to pick one. And like you said, I don't think Raiola is going to come in and take more spots. Now, if they both were transferring in, I think there's an equal shot at the starting job. But being that Moore is already the starter, I don't think Raiola comes in and overtakes him for his spot.
He knows the system. He already knows the playbook.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no learning curve for him.
That's true. Who do you think next year, do you think the transfer portal do you think another team is going to build off of the transfer portal like Indiana did this year?
Yes. I mean, you could already start to see it take shape. For one thing, I didn't know players could sign with teams so soon.
I didn't either.
Like before a national championship, you saw like this player's committing in this school, this player's committing in that school. I'm like, how's this happening already?
Yep. So my next question is, since we're still on the transfer portal, do you think this hurts high school players? Because my thinking behind that is, why take a freshman out of high school that you got to mold, that you got to worry about discipline, you got to worry about all these issues, when you can take a seasoned veteran player in the transfer portal who's more than likely better and more skilled than that high school player who's already proven himself at the college level, and you can just essentially plug and play?
I think both. I think it helps and hurts, right? I'm gonna say like Bryce Underwood, first year starter. I think that goes away. I think almost now freshman quarterbacks will get redshirted.
Yeah,
off game.
So you think the transfer portal is going to be going to be where teams look first? Your
top teams, yes.
I think so, and I think you'll still have your recruits coming in, but like you said, I don't think we're going to see as many recruits starting in big roles in these major schools like we have. I mean, unless you're just you got Jeremiah Smith, you got Bryce Underwood, like you got some people that are just freak talent. Yeah. But I think overall, I don't think we're going to see that as much anymore.
I agree. I think if you look at teams like Ohio State, right? To me, Ohio State is a quarterback away from being national champion.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Like the quarterback play was atrocious this year.
Yes.
So like I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody a QB transfer Ohio State.
Yes. Speaking of, I actually was thinking DJ Lagway was going to pick I thought he was going to pick a top 10 school. I did not expect him to go to Baylor.
Nobody did.
I'm guessing he went to Baylor. It had to be NIL money. That's my. I don't know how much he got, but that's my only guess. Unless he's looking at Baylor as his best shot to get drafted high, because I don't think he's looking at Baylor and saying, hey, we're going to win a national championship, unless he's had conversations with other players who are also ready to commit to Baylor.
But Baylor also has always had a high-powered offense, right?
Yeah,
This gives him a opportunity to actually showcase his talent.
that's true. But I mean, Florida was no slouch. Florida has some of the fastest receivers in the nation.
But they had the hardest schedule.
That's true. That is true. Yes.
So it's like when you go from having the hardest schedule, Baylor's gonna have some games where he can actually like just showcase talent.
That's true because they're switching. He's switching conferences, so
Yep.
that does make sense. Because what is
Yeah.
Florida? Florida's SEC.
SEC.
So you're going from the SEC to a whole different conference. So you're not playing. You're not playing Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina. You're not Texas. So So I guess that does make a huge difference.
I mean, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, and it gives him a chance if he's playing schools that are not as good. It gives him a chance to pad the stats,
and build his confidence back up. Like we all know he's a superior talent.
Yes.
Like he has all the tools, but he has to pretty much show the world all over again.
Yes. So kind of transitioning to the NFL. I know we already hit on the draft a little bit. I think it's going to be a very weak draft class. As far as moving on to NFL playoffs, who do you see? Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win? So, because my thing is obviously I have faith in Denver because of their defense. They have had one of the best defenses in the league all year long. Now they're without a quarterback, so I think that kind of goes away because I don't think can their defense do it? Yes, but I don't think I don't think they're how do I put this? I don't think their quarterback is good enough to essentially take them to the next level.
Okay, let's go to Philly, right? Everybody thought Nick Foles was washed when he won the Super Bowl, right? So it could be another Nick Foles situation, or let me say this: the best team to me left is the Patriots.
I think so. But speaking on Nick Foles had previous. He was a starter. He was previously a starter, so he had a lot of. He had a lot of snaps under his belt.
That's true.
So he would. Jared Stidham is coming off. He has 4 starts and he's 1-3.
It's a plus though, right? Because you don't have a lot of film on him too.
I mean, I guess that's true.
So hypothetically, like it could help them. I'm not saying it's going to help them, but it could help them.
I guess.
Yeah. But if I got to pick the team I want to win left, I'm going to say the Rams.
I think it's hard for me to pick one team because every team has its I feel like every team has the ability to win it because the Rams have an all around team. They got 2 good running backs. They got 2 good receivers. They got Sam I was about to say Sam Bradford. They got Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
So they're good. You have the Patriots their defense is playing lights out right now. Drake May is playing great right now. You have a good running back core. You have a good receiving core. Then on the flip side, you have the Seahawks. The one thing that might hurt the Seahawks is they're missing Charbonnet. So Kenneth Walker is going to get the bulk of those carries now.
But he balling though.
He is.
Like to me, Kenneth Walker is a back you got to feed him.
I agree.
And the last game proved it.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I do think they're a good 1-2 punch too, though, because Kenneth Walker he's more of a bruiser back. Yes, if he hits the open field, he has breakaway speed. But I think Charbonnet is more of that elusive back. But I do think they work really good as a 1-2 punch.
They got so much talent on their team, offense and defense. Seattle's stacked. Like I like Seattle. It'd be a great story for Sam Darnold.
Yes.
You know, but like the team is stacked.
Question is, can Sam Darnold do it? We seen last year he was with the Minnesota Vikings. He had a great season, got to the playoffs, didn't play so well.
Different though. I think yes.
You think he has more talent this year, like all around? Yeah. I mean, obviously last year you had Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
But this year I think He has a great run. Like I said, he has a great running back. He has, if not the best, one of the best defenses in the league. So the defense it can
Yes.
at least compete with the Rams. But I think it's going to be I want to say I think it's going to be a shootout just like last game.
Okay.
Because last game, who won last game? Was it the Rams when they played?
Yes.
Okay. Because it went in overtime. I do think it's going to be a shootout. If I had to pick, I would say the Super Bowl is going to be Patriots, and I would say the Patriots and the Rams.
That's my same thinking.
If Bo Nix was playing, I would say that it will probably be more of an even match.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix is not playing. We got Jarrett Stidham, so I think it's a good game to put some parlays in on.
Okay. All right. Got you.
Who do you think is going to get MVP? Do you think it's going to be
Stafford.
Who?
Matthew Stafford.
I think Matthew. I don't know. I think it's going to be between Matthew Stafford and Drake May. I think Drake May has a real shot to win it.
Has it already been determined?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah. I think Matthew Stafford's going to get MVP. It should be Drake May, but I think Stafford gets it. Drake May will get more improved.
Oh, speaking on MVP, it made me think of Josh Allen. Do you think what do you think about the comments that the owner made as far as Keon Coleman? For me, I personally think Keon Coleman is gone. I think that tarnished any relationship he had with the team.
He can't be gone though, man. He's a rookie.
What's the second?
I'm saying this is his first year, right? He just got drafted.
Is it his first year?
Yeah, his first year.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they trade him.
You think so?
I mean, they trade him. I don't think. No, this is his second year.
Second year, but he's okay. He was a first round draft pick, right?
He was a second round draft pick, I believe.
Okay. All I know is Keon Coleman is a talent. If they don't want him, let the Cowboys get him.
I agree. He's a talent. I think he obviously he had that drop in the end zone, but because I know that's what a lot of people are talking about. But that play wouldn't have even counted because it was a penalty on the play. Yep. So the even if he caught the touchdown, it wouldn't have counted. They would have got another third down, which could have given him a chance. But that touchdown catch would not have even given them a touchdown on that play.
Correct.
But I do think I personally think that tarnishes any relationship he had with that locker room because at the end of the day, if I'm him, you're thinking, damn, the owner doesn't even want me on this team. Like I have to be traded at this point.
But I think this is bringing light to what Stephon Diggs said about their team, though. Stephon Diggs said basically Josh Allen can do no wrong in their organization.
I agree.
It's always somebody else's fault when they lose. When they win, you praise Josh Allen. When they lose, it's everybody around him fault. Around him faults.
Yeah, because they even blamed. Obviously Sean McDermott was fired. They blamed him, and I'm like, and for the talent surrounding Josh Allen. There's certain stuff you can't control. You can't control injuries. They didn't have the strongest receiving core in the league. He made do with that with a receiving core that a lot of teams could not have.
But my thing is though, they had one of the weakest schedules in the league this year.
Yes.
There were times Josh Allen laid the egg.
Yes.
Like I know this. I bet on him on a parlay to throw for 150 yards.
Yeah, he threw for 130.
I'm like, what is going on? Like,
and then James Cook won a great running back, but he has a fumbling problem.
Yeah, so, he had a good year though. He had a good year.
He also had the most fumbles in the league, though, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true.
Yeah, he had a major fumble in that last game.
Yeah.
So I think you have to surround. I think they have to go receiver first round in this draft pick, especially if they plan on getting rid of Keon Coleman. I think they have to go a receiver. They have to get a top receiver out of this draft.
Okay.
And their defense is not the best either.
I will say this is the year to get a receiver, though.
Yes,
This draft may be weak in my eyes, but it's strong in wide receiver.
it is. I agree. So who you say who do you have winning the Super Bowl? If you had to pick one team winning the Super Bowl, who do you have?
I picked the Rams to win.
I'm kind of on that same boat. I'm either between the Rams and the Patriots, but I'm leaning more towards the Rams just because they have more talent.
The reason why I picked the Rams, all the teams that's left, they have the one skill player that can just dominate a game, and Puka Nacua.
That's true. And then if you double Puka, you got Devontae Adams.
Yeah, but Puka will
Yes.
put 250 on you.
Yes. And
You know the ball going to him.
then you have Matthew Stafford, who's been there before. None of these other quarterbacks have played in a game this big.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford he's been to the Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been to the NFC Championship. So Matthew Stafford has that over every other quarterback playing now.
I'm gonna ask you a question. If he wins this Super Bowl, is he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I even if he doesn't, I still think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer at this point.
Okay.
Because those couple of years, first half of his career was with the Lions. The Lions, I mean, he had Megatron, but other than Megatron, who did he have?
Nobody. They put some crazy numbers with Megatron.
Him and Megatron made something happen.
They did.
Then when he left, of course, then they go out and get two great running backs. They couldn't get one when he was there, but then they go out and get two once he leaves. So I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, whether he wins or loses.
Okay.
I think we kind of touched on everything. It's getting towards the end of the season. We'll come back on here after the Super Bowl or sometime after the Super Bowl and kind of give our update on that.
Yeah.
What was you about to say?
I was going to say we didn't touch on all the coach firings.
Yes.
Yes. You talked about Sean McDermott, but like a lot of coaches got let go.
Yeah.
And it was weird about this whole like sports world now. It used to be like after the Super Bowl, people started looking at coaches. Now, coaches getting hired before the Super Bowl.
Yes, because Jim Harbaugh, where did he go? He went to the Giants. Yes. And I think the Giants, once they get fully healthy, I think they can be a good team.
Now, the biggest coaching hiring I saw was Mike McDaniels as the offensive coordinator of the Chargers.
Yes.
And you put him with Justin Herbert, it's going to be something crazy.
Yeah, because the Chargers already have a decent offense.
They do. Yep.
They got Omarion Hampton, who's young.
Ladd McConkey.
They got Ladd McConkey. And Justin Herbert. So they have a great offense. I think they can get it done. Who do you think is going to go to the Falcons? Have the Falcons hired? The Falcons hired somebody, didn't they?
I think they did. Oh, they get who got the?
They got Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
The only thing he didn't prove nothing to me when he was with the Browns.
Man, nah, man.
He waited too long to push the door in the lineup. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does because me and my boy was talking about this the other day. The Falcons have a good offense. They have the pieces because you got a good quarterback. You got two good running backs in Algier and Bijan Robinson.
Okay, let's talk about this though. You said a good quarterback. Michael Penix is what? How many ACL surgeries he had?
This is about to be his third one now.
Okay. Is he going to be the same player?
I don't know. That's a great question.
And he was up and down this year anyway.
Yes. But if you look at their surroundings, he has Bijan and Algier.
And you got Drake London at receiver.
He has Drake London. He has Kyle Pitts, who's starting to finally be the player we thought he would be.
It must be a contract year.
They already have it. They have a good defense.
They do.
So I think I do think they can make some things happen. It all depends on how Stefanski decides to run the team.
Yep, and how Penix comes back.
Yes, if I don't know if he's going to be back about it because usually what ACL tear you're out for at least a year, right?
And this is multiple, so yes. I don't know.
I get the one good thing about him is he's not necessarily a running quarterback. He is a mobile quarterback. Like, he can run, but his game he's not like a Lamar Jackson where his game is built around running. He's more of a pocket or or on the run quarterback, but he's not really a running quarterback.
Since you brought them up, Baltimore, I'm begging with you, give Lamar Jackson a bona fide number one wide receiver.
Yes, because now they don't have a number one.
They never had a real number one in my eyes.
Not with him there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like give him a bona fide number one wide receiver in the draft, first pick.
I do think that's a good idea. How do you feel about the Cowboys after the offseason or after the end of the season going into the offseason? How do you feel about the Cowboys?
So
you think y'all need?
I've said this at least 4 times today. So, world, you boys moving to Dallas. In 2 years, I'm saying it right now, me being there in 2 years, Cowboys can get a Super Bowl. Y'all heard it here first. But I feel good about it. How we do in this draft is going to change everything.
So is that Super Bowl with or without Dak?
With Dak.
Okay.
Because that defense is going to be what wins us the Super Bowl. We went and hired the Eagles DB coach as defensive coordinator. I feel like, okay, D-line solidified.
Yeah.
We got one linebacker over Sean. We got to fix the other linebacker spot. Jerry's going to get some offensive player in the draft. He's going to do that. But he will focus strictly on defense.
That's what I would do. Because especially if y'all bring George Pickens back next year,
yes,
y'all's wide receiver core is one of the best duos in the league.
I agree.
And so obviously you need a secondary. I think that's y'all's biggest need in the draft is a secondary.
And linebacker. Gotta get another linebacker.
Yeah, that's true.
And we got some money to spend in free agency too. After signing Pickens, let's say we get Pickens $30 million a year. We still have some salary cap left over.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel so.
I got a question.
What?
Since we talking about teams, does Carolina pay Bryce Young?
I think so.
How much?
So they picked up his 5th-year option. I think his 5th-year option is worth
like 20, 25. 30.
Yeah, something like that. But I think they will pay him. I don't think they're going to give him $50 million.
Okay.
I think 40-ish. I think they will be. I think they will be between 35 and 45.
I would give him 25 to 30.
The only reason I say 35 to 45 because that's already lower than the market quarterback.
That's true. That's true.
I think him and Tetairoa McMillan have a great. I think they're good right now. So if they can keep that up, I think they'll be good. I honestly think we're going to get rid of Rico. I don't think we're going to bring Rico Dowdle back.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I've been reading that.
He did do great for us, but I don't think he wants to be the sole back in his eyes essentially. But you also think we have Jonathan Brooks who's coming back also.
Talk about it. I forgot about Brooks, man. Like Brooks has not really played.
No, he hasn't. He played a couple of games and got injured again.
He was a monster in college.
Yes.
Boy.
So if you have him and Chuba back there, because Chuba, after the injury, after Rico Dowdle had some great games, but then Rico Dowdle kind of his production kind of fell off, but that could be attributed to his carries because his carries also went down significantly.
Yeah.
But Chuba Hubbard started to step up at the end of the season, which
Correct.
Chuba Hubbard has always been, in my eyes, a good back. He just has not gotten the chance to be the feature back, and now we're paying him. That's why I think we let go of Rico, because I don't think you pay Rico and you're also still paying Chuba, and Rico is essentially unhappy because he wants to be the number one guy, and I don't think Carolina would be willing to give him essentially the complete number one role.
No, they wouldn't be. I always think about every time I watch Carolina play, what if y'all had in the draft T-Mac, he'd have failed to the Cowboys. Having T-Mac, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens out there would have been crazy for the Cowboys.
Yep, I think. And Tetairoa, he's doing good for us right now. Or last year, he did. He had over 1,000 yards. He was Bryce's favorite target because he was catching everything.
Everything. Yep.
I don't know what we're going to do with Xavier Legette. It's kind of up and down because it's like he has flashes of greatness. Like you can tell he has the ability to be a great receiver. We just haven't seen it yet. But I don't know if that's us not getting him the ball or if it's him. I don't know yet because we haven't. I don't think I've seen
Bryce Young. I think it's Bryce Young, man.
Yes.
Like having a quarterback that can't see over the line.
Yes.
Because I'm watching the game. I see him open.
Yeah, he is. Yes. Last game, for example, he was down the sideline wide open.
Yeah.
Could have been a touchdown, could have sealed the game. But, things happen. He decided to throw it to somebody else, which was a great throw.
Yeah.
Receiver just dropped the ball.
Correct.
But I think I do think we bring Bryce Young back. I do think we pay Bryce Young.
What's the other receiver you all have? Coker?
Coker, yes. So in my eyes, Jalen Coker is he last year he showed, especially towards the end of the season, he has the skill to be a number one receiver.
Okay.
I think I would honestly, before I paid or invested in Xavier Legette, I would invest in Jalen Coker because he has shown more. He has better hands. He has the ability to get open, and he has shown he can catch the ball in traffic.
Yeah.
So honestly, he's the sleeper receiver. We have to 100% bring him back.
Gotcha.
But we'll see what happens next year. I think draft we're probably going to go. I think we're going to go either line or defense.
I can see that.
So it'll be interesting. They're trying to get the end from the Bengals. Obviously, we would have to pay him a lot of money to get him. A whole lot of money.
He's going to be available too, though. I know the Cowboys been trying to talk to Max Crosby, so.
Oh yes, Max
Crosby going to be available too.
Yeah, he is.
He want to be traded.
Yes. So I think it'll be an interesting offseason, especially with all the trades. Like I said, the draft ain't really going to be much to talk about, but I think a couple of the trades and the new quarterback or new head coach is going to be interesting to see who they decide to bring in, how they decide to change things up, things like that. So it's going to definitely be interesting.
It will be.
But like I said, we'll be back after sometime between after the Super Bowl and before the draft as far as NFL talk and kind of give our update on what we think on that. And then, like I said, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It will be. I'm ready for it.
Yes. And as we always say before we get off every podcast, this is more than a podcast. We handing out crowns.
Hand them out.
Who the lover, who the hate? Who the realest in my circle? Who the one who be the snakes? Who gon' fold up under pressure? Who gon' understand the stakes? Who gon' wait to get they food to try to take from off my plate? Who the love? Who gon' understand I'm hurt? Who gon' love me unconditionally and try and make it work? Who gon' party once I'm gone and shed a tear once I'm in dirt? I ain't asking for too much, I'm trying to understand.